A very, very important and a sensitive question. The question is it okay to consider abortion when we understand from the medical examination the doctor says that the child will be born handicapped, or the child will be born mentally retarded, or the child will have some diseases, and it's already confirmed in the medical report? Can we consider aborting the child? Is it okay in this situation? Because we do not want the child to take birth and suffer throughout his or her life. Like, if the child has to live for 60-70 years, he or she has to suffer throughout the 60-70 years. We do not want that to happen. So we feel that abortion is a better option. So what is the Vedic advice in this regards? It's a very, very sensitive question, very important for us to understand. We must understand the philosophy of karma. See, karma impacts in main impact of karma in our life is in three things, or let's say in three situations, or let's say in three dimensions. Jati, Ayu, Bhog. Jati, which janam the Jivatma has to take in birth, in which janam, whether it has to be human being or it has to be animal being, it has to be virus, bacteria. This is called as Jati. Next one is Ayu. Ayu means that child who is going to take birth, how long that child will live. Maybe 50 years, 60 years, 70 years is decided by Paramatma based on the previous life deeds, previous karmas. And third one, Bhoga. Whether the child will be born in a poor house or in a rich man house or in a medium house, or in which country, in which place, etc., is decided by Paramatma based on the karma. So these three dimensions are very important for us to understand the karma philosophy. Of course, I have already explained so many times in my channel, if the child is like, when I was born, for example, Paramatma had given me 75 years of age. Example, I'm just telling. But after I take birth, after I grow up, in the school I started habit of drinking and smoking in the school times, and then in the college, and then after Grahastha also I am continuously drinking and smoking, then I will not live up to 75 years for sure. I will die at 60, I'll die at 45, I'll die at 50, etc. Possible, right? So Paramatma has predestined one life for Samanya Jivan. When you live a life like taking care of your health properly, you will live up to 75. But I can extend that life by adopting, like example, I do Brahmacharya Vrat, I follow Ashtanga Yoga Abhyas, I do everyday Yajna, I serve the Acharya, I do Ishwar name jap, I do Agnihotra, I do Pranayama. Then the 75 years can go up to 120, 130 years also. So Samanya Jivan is fixed for the Jivatma, right? So Jati, Ayu, Bhog is fixed when somebody takes birth. This we must understand, number one. So now coming to this question, now let's understand that the child who is in the mother's womb is handicapped or is mentally retarded, will be born as mentally retarded child. So we think from the parents' point of view, we think that if the child takes birth, they will suffer all along the life. So it's better we do abortion now so that the suffering is done. Even I will not suffer as a parent, and he or she will not suffer as a child. If this is our thinking, this thinking is very, I would say negative thinking. This is not, we must understand the karma. See, the result of the Jivatma to be born as handicapped, the decision is of Paramatma based on that Jivatma's karma. So aborting the child, considering that they will suffer, is not as per the will of Paramatma. So we cannot do that, number one. And number two, nobody can escape this kind of suffering. If Paramatma has decided that Jivatma will be born mentally retarded or handicapped, we cannot stop it. Even if we stop it, as a parent we can stop it, but that Jivatma will take birth again in another yoni, another mother's womb, and will suffer. So we cannot stop it. From our selfish reason, we can say that, as a parent, I will not at least suffer. If I abort the child, at least I will not suffer. If that is our thinking, please understand, we are committing two major crimes. One is we are killing. Killing is a very big sin. Killing, aborting a child is a very big sin. Number two, Jati Ayu Bhog, the birth of the child, it's not only his or her own karma, also that karma is related to the parents. Because, for example, a child has taken birth and the child grows as, let's say Sri Krishna Maharaj or Arjun or Bhim or Bhishma Pitamaha, etc., etc., that child will give so much sukh to the parents. Or if the child is taken birth as, Ajmal Kasab or Osama bin Laden or anybody else, a terrorist or somebody, then the child gives dukh to the family and the parents. So the parents' suffering is bhog. The parent has to do that bhoga, but they are trying to cut short it by avoiding the birth. Then the people, they have done two crimes. Number one is killing. Number two is they will have to suffer more. Just to understand, suppose we are behind the bars, we are in the cell, we are in the prison, and we break out the prison and escape from the police. We can escape from the police for some time. Okay, I have escaped from the police. The guy is somewhere, hiding. But police will one day find it out, right? And after police finds out, that person will get severe more punishment. Earlier his jail prison term was only 5 years maybe. And after he is found out, he will get more punishment. He'll get beatings also probably. So when we try to cut short by doing adharma activity, when you do dharma, that's a different case. When you want to reduce your suffer, you pray Paramatma, you dedicate your karmas to Paramatma, you have become Ishwar Bhakta. That's a dharmic way. But a dharmic way is cut short. Cut short means, okay, I am going to do suicide so that I will not suffer. This thinking is a foolish thinking. You cannot escape the suffering of even if you know the child will be born handicapped or mentally retarded, you must consider giving birth and then grow that child and serve that child properly, and then in that case Paramatma will bless you. But on the other hand, if you think that the child will escape suffering, I will also escape this suffering, you cannot escape suffering. Anyway, Paramatma will catch us. Paramatma is supreme judge. So please do not take such decisions, and aborting a child is not right. Let's take an example. Let's take a case. The child is a very good child. It's as by birth he or she is good. But some accident happened at the age of 2 years or 3 years. He or she becomes handicapped. In that case, what you will do? Can you kill the child? Same case, you cannot abort the child. You cannot say that, because he will be born, he will be suffering all across the life, so I want to end the suffering. You cannot control circumstances. Tomorrow the child is playing and then some short circuit happen. He keeps his hand in the plug point and then he got short circuit and he is mentally affected. Possible. I have seen some cases like that in my life. So possible. So anything can happen when we try to take utmost care, and when we try to live dharmic way of life, Paramatma will protect us. But we cannot decide, okay, today I have so much of debts, I cannot repay my debts, so I am deciding to do suicide. Okay, you can decide to do suicide, but the Jivatma is going to suffer in this body or another body. That you must understand. Problem is we all think that we are the body. Okay, this body is suffering, so if I leave the body, that's all suffering is over. No, body is not suffering. Jivatma is suffering. Jivatma is eternal. Jivatma is Nitya. Jivatma moves from body to body. Please see the cloth from Gita 2/22, I think. The cloth example. Vasansi Jiranani Yata Vihaya. So please see that video again. The Jivatma cannot escape it karma. So do not take this decision of aborting the child. Instead start coming to the Vedic path. Try to start doing Vedic Upasana slowly. Maybe at some point of time your child can become also proper. He or she might be growing, even though he or she is handicapped. Maybe he or she will come in Vedic way. Thereby, they will focus more on tapasya and upasana. They might make your family proud. They might become a great acharya like Virjananda Maharaj. Virjananda was a blind person. He was thrown out from his house. Please understand, Virjananda Maharaj, when he was 5 years of age, he was thrown out of his house because he was blind. But still he became such a big yogi, and he was Guruji of Swami Dayananda Saraswati. And one of Maharishi Dayananda Saraswati used to say that I have not seen a guru who is such a brilliant scholar in Sanskrit so far. So he being a blind person, he has become a Sanskrit Vedic scholar. Can you imagine? So anything is possible. It all depends on how we take. When you are yourself afraid, how your child can sustain. You must have himmat. You must understand Paramatma's Nyaya Vyavastha and you must submit your will to Paramatma. I am answering to you because you have asked this question in the Vedic channel, so I have to give a Vedic advice. So, anyways, the decision is free. There is a free will for everybody. We can take our own decision, we can live our own life as per our own terms. But Paramatma is Nyayakari, Paramatma is Supreme Judge. He will not spare anybody. So we must try to follow the Vedic guideline. Cannot abort. Paramatma does not allow this. This is the answer. One more question came to me is about Brahma Sutra. Is Brahma Sutra promoting Advaita Vedanta? Is Brahma Sutra Vedic or not? Yes, Brahma Sutra is completely Vedic. So I was instantly reading Vedanta Darshanam. This is called as Brahma Sutra or Vedanta Darshanam, written by Vyas Muni. You know, this is a very tough book. So today I just opened one page. The page, the chapter is Dvitiya Adhyaya 2, Prathama Pad, 2 by 1 by 22. 2 by 1 by 22 Sutra says about Jivatma and Paramatma being separate. Advaita Vedanta says Jivatma and Paramatma are same. It's all Maya. You are Brahman, I am Brahman, etc. But that's not what Vyas Muni says. Vyas Muni says Adhikam tu Veda Nirdeshat. The question is why the sutra I will explain to you shortly in 2-3 minutes. Before this sutra, the disciple of Vyas Muni is asking a question. You say, Vyas Muni ji, you say that Jivatma and Paramatma are residing inside the body, and you say that Jivatma and Paramatma, Paramatma lives together with Jivatma inside the body. Okay, let's assume that you are right. The question is, when two people are living together, when two vastus are living together, Jivatma is doing Kukkaram, Jivatma is doing Ragdvesh, Jivatma is doing whatever karmas it has to do. So will it not impact Paramatma? They are both together. And Jivatma is enjoying pleasure, Jivatma is suffering miseries. So this pleasure and miseries, why it will not impact Paramatma? Because Paramatma is living together with Jivatma, right? If two people are living in one house, husband and wife are living, husband is suffering, wife also will suffer. Wife is not suffering directly, but by seeing the husband, she is suffering, right? So this kind of question the disciple asked to Vyas Muni. Then Vyas Muni writes this sutra, Adhikam tu Veda Nirdeshat. Nirdesh se dono Ved. Ved means there is a difference based on the Vedic Vachan. Jivatma and Paramatma are always separate. And then Adhikam tu. Adhikam. Paramatma is Adhikam means Paramatma is more capable. Paramatma is more superior than Jivatma. Therefore, the sufferings of Jivatma, the pleasures of Jivatma, the Ragdvesh of Jivatma, the activities of Jivatma cannot impact Paramatma. Will not impact Paramatma because Adhikam tu Veda Nirdeshat. And the Veda, these two are always separate. These two will be always separate, and Paramatma will not get impacted by Jivatma is the Vedic Vachan. That's what Vyas Muni says. So, Dva Suparna Sayuja Sakaya, there is a Veda mantra in Rigveda. Dva Suparna, there is a tree, and in the tree there are two birds. The tree is your human body, and inside the human body there are two birds. One bird is Jivatma, one bird is Paramatma. Just an example to understand. So the mantra says, out of two birds, one bird does not eat the fruit of the tree. The other bird eats the fruit of the tree. The bird which is not eating the fruit of the tree is just witnessing what the other bird is doing. But it does not eat. So who is eating the fruit of the tree? Who is eating the result of the karmas? It is us. We Jivatma, and Paramatma does not undergo the result, enjoy the pleasure and pain of karma, etc. Paramatma is away from these things. So Paramatma is just witnessing our karmas. I have decided to do abortion because of the medical report. Paramatma knows it. So Paramatma knows that my karma vyavastha is this. I have to give the result like this, but these people have decided something. So I have to correct it again when the child will take the next birth. I will anyway award that to that Jivatma. From point of view of Almighty God, Almighty, everybody is child. From the Sharir Avastha, he or she is child, but from Almighty point of view, it is Jivatma, Karma Fal, Vyavastha. And then Jiva, Paramatma also witnesses that the parents have decided to kill the child, so he will double the punishment. So please be aware. So this sutra, the Brahma Sutra, very clearly explains the Vedic Traitvad. Vedic Traitvad is Jivatma, Paramatma, Prakriti are eternal. And Brahma Sutra, we must understand, Brahma Sutra Vedanta Darshanam is written by Vyas Muni. Vyas Muni also wrote Vedas in the text, in the book. First time he documented Vedas. Whatever he knew by Gurukul system, he documented in the first time in writing. So Vyas Muni's work, including Mahabharata, Vedanta Darshanam, and commentary on Patanjali Yoga Darshanam, Vyas Muni's work are completely 100% Vedic. So Vedanta Darshanam, also called as Brahma Sutra, is 100% Vedic book. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.